Oh, hi, my name is Christine. I got your number from the Kingdom Hall.
Uh-huh.
I just have a quick question I was wondering if you could help me with.
Okay.
And do you have a second?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I was watching this program on television about Scientology. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
It was by Leah Remini. It was really good. It was a couple years ago. But anyway.
Yeah, and she did something about Jehovah's Witnesses too, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Didn't she?
did you watch it?
No, I heard she did, but if you want to argue about something or something like that, I don't want to. But if you have a question, I don't mind answering it.
Yeah, I was just wondering how you would handle it, like, because with Scientology, they're not allowed to go to outside sources. Like if something was on about Scientology, they wouldn't watch it. Like, how could we help them?
Okay. So, what's your
I
question?
mean, how would you respond to that? Like, say if they wouldn't want to look at the Watchtower because their
Well,
organization says everything outside of it is lies.
I don't think we say that everything outside the Watchtower is lies.
No, no, no. I was talking about
There's.
Scientology. They tell their
Oh
people
well, I don't.
they couldn't read a Watchtower because they teach that everything outside of it is lies.
Okay.
I mean, maybe they say
I've never
things.
thought about it.
Yeah, it's an interesting
So.
question. Um, let's just a second. The phone. How do you turn this? I'm trying to get the other phone that's ring. Do you hear that? That little beeping?
No, no, I can't.
Oh, okay, good. Um, Also, they might tell the people, stick with what we have authorized, you'll be safe. Implying that it's a danger to look at outside things.
Well, the scriptures tell us that you don't want to mix other religions with the true religion, and so you have to be careful no matter what it is. Even within Jehovah's organization, our organization, they encourage us to look at the scriptures and make sure that what we're doing is following scriptural principle. And so, if a person has a question, they can go to the scriptures and look to it and see if they feel right. But religion is a personal decision. I can't judge you and say, because you're not one of Jehovah's Witnesses, what you're doing is wrong. That's your right to do whatever you want. God tells us that. So if Scientology, what they're doing, I have no idea what they're doing. I don't keep up with them. But I think if you have questions about something, you need to investigate. I don't think you should just take it on the surface of what it is. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah. Do you think there could be things about Scientology the members just don't know because they don't tell them?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know anything about Scientology. I do know as a Jehovah's Witness that they encourage you to look into the scriptures,
Yeah.
And I think every organization has good things, but you have to have the whole organization follow Bible principles and what God has told us to
Do you
do. So,
ever, I mean, with the Jehovah's Witnesses, do you ever wonder why they make people so afraid and paranoid to look at other things?
I
Cause,
don't
cause,
feel paranoid or
uh-huh.
I
Oh,
don't feel
many
paranoid
are,
about looking
many
at other things.
are. Like I've even tried to ask a person about something in their writings. I wanted to just hand it to them. They acted like it was poisoned or something. And I
Well,
like if they're always pushing jw.org, jw.org, jw.org. Now that's kind of more recent thing. But they won't do the return the favor in turn where, I say, can you go to carm.org, Christian Apologetics Research Ministry, then we can discuss, their view on
mm-hmm.
theology or whatever, and they won't. So I think there's a high level of information control. It's really similar to Scientology, and I think that's really telling that you knew about that documentary and you didn't watch it. Because if there was one on my, what would you think if
Well,
Catholics didn't watch a
let me,
movie like the Spotlight movie? Because they weren't allowed to.
what's the Spotlight movie?
Oh,
I don't
it's
know what that
about the
is.
child sexual abuse in
Okay.
Catholicism.
If you want to argue, I'm not in it to argue, but if you truly want to know what the truth is, look into the Bible. I don't have to tell you, if you want to know the truth, read the Bible and look at the principles and then look at the organization as a whole of what they're doing, and you tell me who has the truth and who
Well,
doesn't.
I've looked at Deuteronomy 18:20 through 22, which says if someone preaches something saying it's from Jehovah and it doesn't come to pass, it says don't follow them and don't fear them.
Okay, so you've made that decision.
Yeah. Have you? What do you
So
think about that? You're trying to
well,
point me to the Bible, so I just share
okay,
that with
I
you.
think if that's your feeling on it, then that's what you should
It's
do.
not a
So,
feeling. I just told you what it said. It doesn't have
okay, well,
anything to do with my
what do you think?
emotions. That's another
Okay, well, why do
thought-stopping
you believe
technique.
that?
That's another thought-stopping technique you're using, is saying a point that I brought up is just an emotion. It's
Okay,
like, oh, just
is that your belief?
pat the little woman on the head. It's just, oh, she's
Is
all
that your
riled up.
belief? Is
Is
that
my
your belief?
belief that Deuteronomy 18:20 through 22 is a test of a false prophet who claims to speak for Jehovah or be the
Okay,
only channel of God on earth? Yes, that is my belief. Is it not
okay.
yours?
So if that's your belief,
Is it
then
yours?
I'm proud of you.
Is
I'm
it
not going to argue with you today. I
is
don't have
it
the time.
That's just
So
a
I'm going
Bible
to let you
verse.
go,
You're
but I
pointing
appreciate
me
your
Bible,
time.
Bible, Bible, but then I bring up something and now you're using every thought-stopping technique to deflect from
No,
the
I'm just
topic.
not going to argue with you. I don't have time. So have a
That's
good day.
also a thought-stopping